Hello, I'm John Bohan of History Twistery. Today we'll be going over ancient Egypt, covering 10 facts, and today we'll be doing 1 through 10. 1. The Shent was a double crown worn by the pharaohs that combined the crowns of Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt to show the pharaoh had power over the united Egypt. 2. One of the earliest known peace treaties was signed between Egypt and the Hittite Empire in 1259 BC. The agreement reached between Ramses II of Egypt and Hittite king Hattusili III ended over 2 centuries of conflict between the two powers and decreed if one of the two kingdoms was invaded by a third party, the other would come to their aid. 3. Makeup was worn by both Egyptian women and men. It provided protection from the sun, and they believed makeup had magical healing powers. Most often they wore eye paint that was either green, made from copper, or black, made from lead. 4. The primary 3 blocks of time in ancient history were the Old Kingdom, which was 2700 BC through 2200 BC, the Middle Kingdom, 2100 BC through 1800 BC, and the New Kingdom, 1500 BC through 1000 BC. 5. Cats were considered a sacred animal, and most households kept them as a pet for good luck. 6. During the New Kingdom period, the advantages of having a standing army were realized, and 2 types of service were established. National service was when an adult joined for a year or 2 as they trained and served with the possibility of being called back into service later. The other was a military career when a child was signed up as young as 5 years old and taken from their families to live in camps where they trained. The organized army fought in the wars, patrolled the borders, organized the workers in the quarries, and supervised the transportation of the stone blocks to the construction sites. Soldiers also traveled to distant lands in search of gold, ebony, and ivory. The elite soldiers guarded the palace. 7. The heart was the only organ that was not removed from my body when mummified because it is believed it is where the soul was. 8. The scarab beetle is a common beetle in Egypt that became a symbol of hope and the restoration of life. It was replicated in jewelry, good luck charms, and amulets to ward off evil. 9. One of the gods worshipped in ancient Egypt was Anubis. The god had a head of a jackal and the body of a man. He helped people make the transformation to the afterlife when they died. 10. The Egyptians invented the calendar containing 365 days in 4241 BC. Thank you for tuning in for this episode, and I hope you check out these individually and other items on my blog, History Twistery.